Well, we're running out of talking time for open phones. I want to let you touch on one fella that, of course, everybody in the state's real familiar with right now is Gene Stsllings, and maybe a little of his relationship with Coach Bryant. And
my first year at Alabama was Gene's last year there in 1964, and I'll never forget that summer we were walking out of the old building, it's a nursing school, I think now, right there on the edge of campus. Walking out, we were going down to the drugstore to get a cup of coffee. And he walked out, and there were 4 or 5 guys, the maintenance guys around campus, all laying up against the shade trees, asleep. And Gene looked out there and he said, "You think those guys are worried about how many games we're going to win this year?" And I'll never forget that, because it was so like Gene Stsllings, the emphasis in his voice on that he was wound tight most of the time like that. Oh, he's a great person, great individual. Has done a tremendous job at Alabama. I know was one of Coach Bryant's very favorite all-time assistant coaches and people. He does so many things that people never know about down there. Like a doctor friend of mine that I was visiting with last week says Gene Stsllings up here at the hospital 3 or 4 times a week, and he just comes and goes through intensive care, and, visiting people and pops in on them and things like that. And he doesn't want it talked about. He's not doing it for show or anything. And of course, he's very active. His son John Mark has Down syndrome, and he's very active at the group that my wife has been very active with, the Badur Foundation, and so he went up there last year and spoke, and they raised an awful lot of money for it. So he and his wife Ruthie are there, just great people.
I guess it was, and I've heard folks mention this, and